was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. A broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive.
There's one downside about living in the center of the UK. It's the highest rate of radiation on this tiny, pitiful rock. And the fact they never tell you that when your hair starts to fall out, radiation poisoning, it's a secret. They never tell you that in the back door.
Send help. They're all dead.
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Feel alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can
your smile. Love the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. Our broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
There's one downside about living in the center of the UK. It's the highest rate of radiation on this tiny, pitiful rock. And the fact they never tell you that when your hair starts to fall out, radiation poisoning, bits of skin fall in. They never tell you that in America.
Send help. They're all dead.
eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Feel alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. Our broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
Thank you.
Yeah. Boyko's rapping again.
Can you hear my game music? Or like my royalty-free music?
No, not right now. I don't know what it is. Not the second, but
I
it could
turned
when
down
you
my
first
TV
joined,
wrap.
I think. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I was hearing.
I turned down the TV wrap, so because I know Twitch would flag it. They wouldn't publish my video. They heard it.
Well, you're pushing the limits on that. You're trying to get banned off Twitch.
Dang, dude.
I want to find like, I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to pay for the royalty music on a monthly basis. So, yeah,
I mean, royalty-free music.
yeah, the royalty-free music.
Royalty, you can get all the royalty music you want
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, whatever. And that's how you get banned. They don't flag me though. They just, it gives you like
It is.
unpublished.
They take you on live. Yeah. So whenever
Yeah.
you're live, it doesn't look like you're live.
Yeah. Am I live? I am live now because I think there's some people watching. But on a regular, it will punt me sometimes.
Yeah, I pulled it up before where you are actually live, but it says it looks like you're watching a repeat.
Yeah, no. That was a setting I had, which was weird because it said it was. I had to go in there, figure it out. It was like it was a rebroadcast. Little
Oh, okay.
check that was checked on. So
Okay.
I unchecked it so that now it shows as live,
Yeah,
but it won't show.
I see you now. Yep, you're live.
Yeah.
Looking good.
I don't know where Martin went. He's way.
I'm ahead of you. I
Yeah.
slipped.
Oh, there you go.
Done.
I
Done.
don't know if I want to go up again.
Oh,
You want to go
Well,
up one more time?
I'm going to with this bike, the Tron. See what it's all about.
when we hit the gravel, or like, yeah, once we turn onto the gravel, I'll stop and I'll switch to I'll switch to that bike just to try it. I just don't think I'll go to it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way I'm riding a gravel bike on the roads.
Oh,
Tron bike's too fast.
yeah, it'll be crazy through here.
Yeah.
I'll be praying just to survive the pavement.
Yeah.
My legs are way too sore for having only ridden an hour and 20 minutes.
Happens fast.
Did you guys do your New Year's Day ride?
No, I did a New Year's Day. Well, no, the day after we went snowboarding, skiing.
I went New Year's Day, sat on my butt and played board games and nerdy stuff in an Airbnb. That's all we did. And then I went to a football game the next day. Watched my team get slaughtered.
Yeah, I talked to a few people that were at that game, and everybody said that everything was really awesome except for the game part,
Well, it was actually
especially the
pretty
second
close.
half of the game.
Is when our quarterback got injured and came out, it just went downhill. Like it was close, neck and neck, and then it was not.
What bowl game was it?
Rose Bowl.
Oh, so you went out to California?
Yeah, we went down early and went to SeaWorld, San Diego Zoo, Legoland, and then did New Year's in the
Cool.
Airbnb. Mainly, this was all just to not go to the game by myself and not give any vacation to my family because I would get in a lot of trouble for that. That's what's really happening. So like last year, going to the Rose Bowl cost me several days at Disneyland. This time it cost me SeaWorld, the zoo, and Legoland. But honestly, Legoland was pretty awesome.
Legoland is pretty cool, especially the whole driving thing where all the little kids get to have their driver's license.
Yeah. The thing I think is for us that made Legoland cool was the fact that they, like, all of their workers had little minifigs on their badges that you could trade with. So my kids were constantly searching for cool different minifigs, and each day they gave out 10 of these things they call Mr. Gold to random employees. And basically your job was to like ask all the employees and see if you could find Mr. Gold. And so we searched and searched and searched all day long, didn't find it. Then we were at the valet leaving, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask the valet dude. And bam, he had Mr. Gold, and I was like a little kid on Christmas. It was the simplest thing. Like it was like the simplest dumb things like that added value and made it a cool experience. But like you were like on this adventure trying to find these super rare Mr. Gold badges.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which apparently you, if you were still in the park when you got it, they would give you 2 front of the line passes for it. So
Close the door. Oh, I feel it down here. It's cold.
Close the door, dang it.
Close the door.
I don't think Batman wrote enough.
Live with hillbillies.
Batman riding again? Did you ride this morning and you're back on?
No, I read this morning and died. I got my ass kicked.
So, okay. You did 2 races, Batman? You did the Chomper, and then you went and did the
No, I
4 Tiny?
No, I did the 4 minis, but one of them included the change.
Oh, I didn't realize it was in there.
Except they called
Alrighty,
it Speed of
gentlemen.
Earth or whatever it was.
I'm out for the day. Have a good one.
All right,
All
see ya.
right,
Later.
Later. definitely a lot of people testing it out, eh?
I think so. This is
Yeah, seems like it. And right when I went into the gravel last round, like 5 guys stopped.
I'm gonna stop.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do the same in this time around just to try it.
Yep. Look
Hang on,
around. You won't be the only one stopped. Like
Let's see
everybody's
how it
testing
flows.
this.
Here, let me grab my remote. See how slow I am. And do I try
You know,
to
I
find
noticed-
trucks? I didn't even look to see if I have that bike. I think I do. So let me try. Let me
What
try
I
stop.
noticed riding with Adam, and he had a Swift, and I had trucks, is it was about 0.2 to 3 of your
Watt per kilo.
yeah. So it was about 0.2
Yeah,
or
that's a
3
bit.
difference. Yeah, but the pedals felt so much lighter when you accelerate.
I don't even know if I even have that bike. I'm gonna see. Look at that. Right away, I'm like a minute back.
Yeah, see, you're lost.
I'm gone.
You gotta go. You gotta go
I gotta
buy the
go.
right bike.
I gotta just go grail.
Oh, I got 3 people changing their bikes in front of me. Yeah.
Look at how
So
slow
they're
that
8
was.
seconds. 8 to 10 seconds. So you ready going, Adam?
I'm going.
That seemed like a lot more than 8 seconds.
I was like way long. That was long. The group would have been.
No,
so
the
far
people-
gone.
The people in front of me were like at 8 seconds.
Wow,
9 maybe? 8, 9?
quick.
I thought so.
Seemed real quick.
I didn't have a stopwatch on it, but
All right, Martin.
so much harder on the Tron bike.
So much?
I think so. More resistance.
Yeah. So this is going to be the thing. How many people do you think are going to try to switch?
Everybody.
So if everyone tries, then if you see everyone stop, or 80% of them stop, then maybe you stop to do it.
It didn't take you that long, Adam. I think you were at.
If you are waiting to watch what other people are doing, you're losing 5 seconds right there. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to decide.
So
Yeah, you
When
gotta
I was-
commit.
when I was searching for the bike, I went down further to the Specialized when I could have just went to the Grail right away. From the Tron to the Grail is not too far away. If I try to go down to the Specialized, then it will take me a longer time.
I like the Athos Crux idea. It's just one spot.
Yeah, if I was to do it, then that would be.
I guess if you haven't bought that one though, then you got to buy 2 bikes. I think I already have the Athos.
I might have
Do you
the
not
Athos.
have enough to spare?
I
I
know.
only got
I think we
plenty.
all have enough to spare.
I gotta look
Yeah.
with my 30 million. I gotta just double check. Oh, this is a good opportunity. If you went up one time on the Tron, you'll see your ghosts on the Tron going up. So if you hit it at a good tempo,
Yeah, so you could compare. Yeah.
Yeah. because I see my ghost
Nice.
up there.
Yeah.
So
So see
I
if you
think
can
the-
catch your ghost and pass him at the same effort.
Yeah.
I think the big question is how many people?
Cut out how many people.
Yeah, how many what?
because your advantage going down is also a factor.
Yeah,
Then you got to switch over. So
but
got a few.
we're not going down. The second time up,
No, you're
it's
at
the
the
top.
are.
I don't think anybody's going to switch before the first time.
No, I don't think it makes sense.
I don't think anybody's going to do that. That's too many switching because then you'd have to switch before. You'd have to switch 3 times. Switch
Is
before
there any
going back
points?
down. Switch again.
Are there points available at the top for the first lap?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's FAL
Yeah, there's-
points.
There's FAL. I think FTS too.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you go for the points on the first lap, the hill. I mean,
Yep. FAL and FTS on all 3 segments.
Well, I'm not going really hard, but I am spinning. I don't think I'm catching my Tron, but I didn't really rock it up with the Tron either. So,
we were going about 2.6.
oh yeah, he's going 2.6. Oh, okay, that's cool. You actually get to see the watts per kg.
You gotta match. You gotta match his watch. Yeah, match his watts per kilo, and see if you catch it.
Good. I'm go a little bit more like out of the saddle.
But really, anybody who is gonna change bikes is gonna get on the crux or whatever, get on the gravel bike, and then they're gonna sprint like mad to try to catch the group.
Yeah,
So-
but theoretically, you'll have a whole.
But I'm not
lot
sure
of
that's the right decision. Yeah, if anybody's sprinting, they're gonna kill themselves.
But it goes back to the first lap. If there's points at the top of the hill,
There are.
so maybe you get the points and you switch bikes. I mean, is it worth those points? Because
10 points.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, and obviously it matters where you're at in the group. Like,
It does with the SBC or SBA or SBC or SBP or whatever it is.
yeah,
I don't think it matters where you are in the group. If you're theoretically competing against a whole lot of people, you might as well change to try and gather as many places as you can.
so you're saying change the first lap now?
No, I wouldn't. I'm going to stay on the Athos until the final climb, and then I'm going to switch to the gravel bike and hope that I can claw back a few more places.
I caught my ghost and I'm right behind him. He's doing 2.4. I'm doing 1. Oh, it's bouncing. I'm not going past him though. But it's a bit
You
flatter.
caught him doing the same watts.
I was doing a little bit more just to feel comfortable.
You have invalidated this entire test.
I know.
You got to do another lap. You got to do another
I
lap, man.
messed it right up. But sitting behind him, if you make it to the bridge area, if you're on your regular aero bike, you won't go around on a cross bike. So that's the other thing you got to play out. This bridge section is pretty long.
Okay, so right as I went through the line, I must be right behind you. I was even with my guy. I switched bikes to the crux, and I was only 2 seconds behind him. How could that be? I don't think I changed bikes in 2 seconds. I've almost caught him already. Gap's down to 1 second. It is hard to ride the same wattage though.
It is very hard.
Yeah, because it's moving all over the place. Apparently I wasn't very smooth the first time up.
Maybe you gotta. Maybe
Yeah,
more of
got
an
him.
accurate measure would be like going to heart rate with the two different bikes. Because if you can hold the same, whatever you
Yeah.
feel comfortable at a higher level on both of them, watts per kg is going to be all fluctuating between the two bikes, possibly, but heart rate should be.
I'll just try and ride this whole climb because I know you're right. I know what my heart rate was. I was kind of just trying to shoot for top of endurance, so
Yeah,
it was around 125, 130 beats.
because as I stood out of the pedals, I noticed that my watts per kg were definitely higher, but I wasn't familiar what my heart rate was on the Tron bike. I know it wasn't crazy because I wasn't hammering. I don't know. It's gonna be a hard one, boys. Either way, however we slice it.
Yep.
Just stay at the front.
Are there any races prior to that day that we raced? Like a different time
There
zone? that we
usually
can watch?
is. There's
could
usually
be.
a bunch of
Yeah.
actual WTRL. I don't know. They usually schedule a bunch this weekend as far as just regular races, though, on the same course. Or
Which
people
I
on
know.
that.
Yeah, which I didn't see today. Maybe tomorrow we might see some. Or
Tomorrow or Monday.
on
Yeah.
Monday, yeah. I wouldn't mind buying a real life Grail, actually. Even with the double bar system. Kind of like it. It's neat.
Wait, you cut out just a little bit. Did you say you got a Grail?
No, I wouldn't mind buying one, actually. If you look at the price
Oh,
comparison from the Grail.
I've been eyeing them too.
Yeah, like you look at the price comparison for the Grail to like just order that versus ordering the Specialized Crest. What a price
Yep.
difference. Major difference.
And the Grail is a pretty awesome bike.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Same
And
Components?
Are you
Yeah.
guys talking about on Swift or in real life?
in real life,
Real life.
it's about
Yeah, but the problem,
IRL.
the problem with getting a Grail in real life is trying to get the sizing correct.
That's funny you say that because that's exactly one of my concerns with that big fancy integrated bar. And I almost always pump up my all the stems on most of my road bikes are all 130s. So you'd have to be very careful. You're going to have to replace the whole thing.
Well, and
Yeah.
once you buy the bike, you're kind of stuck with it.
it does give you that little height leg thing at the beginning when you try to like pre-order it to see what
I think if
It'll
you were
give you an
careful, you could check all the measurements that are online
yeah.
and everything that's posted, and you could do it. But that's funny because it was one of my main concerns when I started looking at it kind of heavy before I bought a mountain bike, but I bought a new mountain bike instead.
Yeah.
Well, if you run a 130 stem, what size of bike you?
Usually 58. Everybody's a little different. Most people's larges.
So you're a 58? I mean, are you on a 58 on a road bike?
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now. I'm on a 58 with the 130 stem on it right here on Zwift.
God.
Oh, God.
I think mine's a 110.
Same thing on my Specialized though, on my Venge.
Yeah.
It's a 58 with the 130 on it.
Wow. You must have long torso and arms.
Yeah. I'm 6'2".
Well,
So,
what's
I
your
know-
where's your saddle position? Is it needed in the middle, or is it towards more scooted towards the front of the bike?
It's about middle right now. I'm just looking at it.
Okay.
It's slightly scooted towards the front,
Okay,
but it's
so
not out of the normal range.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's even a centimeter off of middle.
Okay. So mine's probably a centimeter to the back,
Uh,
or I should say my position is more back. Glutes.
yeah, so you can. That's one way to adjust it, but then you kind of mess up where you are over your bottom bracket. Not
Yeah,
centered as
yeah,
well. If you go
absolutely.
way back, it starts to feel super weird.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the difference I feel when I go from my mountain bike to my road. Road, I want to switch it up to feel like my mountain bike, and then when I'm on my mountain bike, I want to switch it up to make it feel like my road.
Yeah. You get all those issues, those little knee issues, back issues. Oh, man.
Well, I'll tell you, when I first started riding, I was mainly riding my mountain bike, and I got a road bike. I'm riding it, and I'm riding with Matt and this other guy named Matt and some other fast guys. Dude, I just can't keep what's going on. And of course, they've been riding a few more years than me, but it took like a year, maybe 2 years to figure it out. All those guys had the same crank length on the road bike as they did their mountain bike, because if they're switching bikes a lot, they were. And I was like at a 170 on my road bike, and I'd switch to 172.5. I'm like, God, I still can't. It was a dramatic difference. I went to 175, and boom, it was the key.
Really? Wow, you're the first person that has noticed that much of a big change for the improvement that I know. Most people don't even pay attention to that. Most people don't even care. I'm kind of, all my road bikes are 175. Let's see, my cross bike's 175 as well, but my mountain bike is actually no, it's 175 too. My old road bike was 177.5 actually.
Oh, wow. I've never seen 177.5 before.
Big lever to throw down some sprints.
Wow.
Yeah. I noticed it when I changed over that the circle was the same. I'm like, dude, this feels like I'm not making this
more natural. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're at 172.5. You're pedaling. Your time on power is much shorter once the shorter crank. And you feel that. You're like, feel choppy. You're like, dang, just can't get.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, every time I go up a hill, I would be much more efficient than I am now if I have a small crank. But we don't have any.
All my other mountain bike friends used to always make fun of me because they're like, "You're gonna have so many pedal strikes and stuff on that mountain bike with a 175." They're all running like 170s. No, you gotta get them smaller so you don't hit your pedals. I'm like, nah, I want it to match. So sure, the bottom of my crank arms are bashed to hell from all the mountain bike strikes, but who cares? It's a mountain bike.
Well, and if you think about it physiologically, you're pedaling a certain circle 100 times, 80 times a minute. Multiply that times a couple hours. What's that do when you do a smaller circle for the same power?
Go faster. Just go faster.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just I'm glad I figured that out myself at least.
It makes sense. The other thing that's interesting, but most people don't really notice, is the Q factor on a mountain bike is typically way wider. So your feet, the width between your feet on a mountain bike, can be like, it can be multiple centimeters wider on a mountain bike versus a road bike, and most people don't even notice. And it doesn't affect most people, but that's one reason why it feels so weird. It doesn't feel exactly the same. You're riding a horse. Q factors used typically way wider.
I think, man, what normal is what a bod put a BB90 on mountain bikes and a BB30 on most road bikes.
It's all over the place. It's like everybody's got their own now. There's so many different versions.
Yeah. Because I looked into that also, and you can't control it. So I did.
No, it's very hard without like spacers or something to even adjust it. You kind of just have to go with it. That's why most people just ignore it.
Yeah.
But it can be a very big difference if somebody's really used to one or the other on a road bike or a TT bike or something. It can be huge.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going up again, Martin.
Okay.
Are
I
you
got
gonna
my
go?
arrow.
I just came
I
down.
don't
I think
know.
I'm a lap behind you guys.
I think I might be sending something. I don't have as many miles as you, Adam, so I can keep going.
Non-stop, man, non-stop. Eric, did you see my New Year's Day ride?
Oh, missed it. Check the Stravas.
It was,
Or the Instas.
yeah, it was 202.3. I stopped at
202 kilometers?
202.3 kilometers for 2023.
Dude, that's impressive. Because usually between your Garmin and Strava, it usually messes up that last digit too. I'm shocked you actually got the 3 right.
Yeah, I like.
It
should-
usually
if you-
messes up. It like rounds it a little bit. Yeah.
If you watch the video, because I did stream the whole thing, I'm doing like a soft, like I'm on the side of the road doing like half turns, trying to like get it to just switch over to the 3. And right when it did it, I stopped, locked it in. So it was actually like 202.30. So I hit it on the money.
Nice.
We did the 160 BMTR. It turned into a race at the end. And of course,
it always does. Turns into a big. It's like a mile or two of sprint at the end.
yeah, by the time we came down into the last little bit, I think there was 7 of us, and I was with Brett. And the last 6 kilometers, I told him I would test the waters and see, and I jumped away. One of the other guys jumped, and we got like 30 seconds. And then I said to Brett,
"That's huge.
He's like, you're gone. You're good. You're gone." And I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, why don't you just come across? And he's like, I think he him and it high. And sure enough, holding 7s, using a power. I think he used 2 power-ups. One to get to the next power-up, and then I kept going through, using another one, and he got over. And then he attacked on the last little bit, and he got a little bit of a gap. And of course, I waited for the other guy to do something, and I ended up coming 3rd. He won it.
Hey,
And then we just kept riding
impressive.
with a pace spot.
Impressive
one of
with
the
100 miles in your legs. Yeah.
The whole thing was I wanted. Remember, the last few years they made that ride 200 kilometers. They didn't do it this year, so we had to extend it ourselves.
And to round her up. Jeez. Yeah, I was on a good roll here the last month, and then I got COVID, and now I'm trying to remotivate and get back on the ball again.
Yeah. I got sick on Christmas Day, so it is.
It's pretty, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty close to when I got COVID, right at Christmas.
Wow.
I'm not sure if it was COVID or it was fever for 7 days. So
If it was fever, it probably was. That was my biggest symptom too. Was fever and chills alternating through the night. I'd wake up just sweating in a pool of pool of water, and then I'd be just jackhammering, freezing cold.
Yeah.
And tired. And tired
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I had a towel next to me because I was drenched.
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled the sheets back one of those mornings, and there was literally just like a puddle in the bed. Like the sheets were soaked.
Yeah. So you test yourself or
Yeah, I've got a bunch of those free tests that everybody got. We had them sitting on the fridge, and so the day before Christmas, I was like, we were about to go to family. I was like, maybe I should test one of these. We've got like a dozen of them up here.
yeah.
Of course, it instantly comes back positive. Jamie's pissed off. She's like, "Why'd you even test?" I'm like, sorry, babe. So she took all the kids to all the family events. I went back up to bed, slept for like 5 hours that day.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's one benefit. You probably got down to race weight. That was a Christmas gift.
I didn't lose that much. I did lose a couple pounds. Yeah, my weight hasn't been that big of an issue, really. I'm still pretty close to where I've been, hovering right around 180 pounds. Longer the days. I mean, I used to, like 15 years ago when I was really racing, I was like 15 pounds lighter, but there's no way I could get below 170 pounds now.
So you're from where are you where you live now?
I'm in Idaho.
Idaho. So did you ever we have a buddy that lives out in he used to live out in Jackson Hole. He used to race a lot.
Yeah.
And this was probably 2010.
Okay.
His name was Jeff Knopfinger, but he was on a team, and they travel like 4, 5, 6 hours to go do crits.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Out there. And,
Well, if he was in Jackson, he probably traveled down to Salt Lake or up here to Boise to race crits.
yeah.
There's a few over on the east side of Idaho that would have been close to him.
Okay.
Idaho Falls or Pocatello. There was a couple smaller races, but the main scene for him probably would have been driving down to Salt Lake.
Okay. I visited him, and prior to me visiting him, I saw him at a crit in might have been Boise.
Boise Twilight Criterium. That's kind of our big one, yeah.
It wasn't a Twilight. This was downtown. I forget. I just forget what place it was, but it's downtown city. Not a big city, but a downtown environment.
That might have been Boise. That's our Twilight Criterium. I mean, they race all day, but the last race of the day is the only one that actually ends up Twilight, the pro race.
Okay. I think he was doing the Masters race.
Yeah, I bet you that was it. The Masters race usually run about, 3 in the afternoon or something.
Yeah, that's when about was. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the one I crashed
after
at
the
last for 2021.
Okay.
Crashed and busted up my other collarbone.
It looked like a new course.
I think since 2010, it's changed a little bit. It actually goes right in front of the Capitol building and stuff now. It's an awesome race. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
It attracts. It's on the pro calendar too, so all the big teams show up. So it turns into a.
I don't think at that time it was a pro race. At least the one I went to. I'm not sure. I know there was a few women that end up being pros from that race. Because I started following a girl, and she started running, doing the pro tour over in Europe. She was hot. Then she started dating women. I'm like, dude, that sucks.
Dang it!
I know. He lives out in Loveland, Colorado now.
Nice.
But I don't think he races. Too old, I guess. But how many crits do you guys go to a year?
I don't do as many anymore. I mean, the whole scene, at least in Boise, is dying a little bit. We'll have our Tuesday night crits down at the fairgrounds, which are fun, but it's not huge. It's fun though, and then we'll have 1 or 2 big events. I used to travel a little bit more and do like the mini weekend stage races and stuff, but not since kids and everything. It's just too hard to do it all.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to have a lot of Criterions around here, but in the last since 2018, 17, it's just I guess the
Dry up.
promoters. Yeah, the promoters just didn't.
Well, they're losing money. The road races are really what's drying up around here. I guess it's more expensive to get a permit to actually be on those roads, even if it's out in the country.
Yeah.
And promoters aren't willing to lose money. I mean, they're doing it because they love this thing, and they're not going to lose money at the event. Breaking even is best case scenario nowadays.
Yeah.
We used to have a big spring series with like 4 or 5 road races, and they'd all combine to points and stuff. It was so cool, and it's been dead, gosh, for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
It's just a bummer.
Yeah.
Everyone's gravel now, so we've got a few new gravel events, which I'm not as big a fan,
Not a fan.
of.
Yeah.
I need a gravel bike, but a gravel race is much different than a road race or a crit.
It is. We used to
It's,
do those gravel races on mountain bikes before gravel road races or gravel bikes were in vogue. Everybody's like, "You gonna do it on a 29er? We're using a 26." But
a gravel race is like a mountain bike race, except without the technical parts. So I lose that advantage of being able to beat people on the downhill or the technical part. Gravel race is just it's like a Zwift race almost. It's like a big FTP test. It's who's got the biggest engine to last this, especially when there's usually big climbs on them.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have climbs. We don't have any.
I think I just picture them more as a race of attrition that's just so different than, especially crit, being able to recover in a pack and tack, and it's just, that doesn't happen in a gravel race. A lot of times it spreads out and your group sizes are even just tiny. It's not a big pack.
Yeah, the few that I've done, it splits up after the first hard section, and you're talking maybe 20 people. Then you got the wind because they do it early in the season. You're absolutely right, and usually there's some pro that comes and he just annihilates everyone and
demolishes everyone.
Yeah, you're like, what? But
yeah, so there's a couple on the calendar here this year. I can probably find a bike or my old cyclocross bike or something, but
okay.
I mean, heck, I can even put 32s on my bench. I mean,
yeah,
that's a gravel bike. Boom.
Yeah, especially if you got disc brakes.
It's the disc brake thing that's that's what I'm really missing on my cross bike is kind of older, but that's the biggest difference. Is a lot of times the gravel races are in the spring, and so there's rain and stuff, and it's just a disaster. If you're running rim brakes, disc brakes are bad enough. You can hear the gravel grinding through sand in people's disc brakes. Nobody runs rim brakes anymore on those events.
I bet not. My God, it's been years since I've had a cyclocross bike. So
yeah, I probably haven't ridden mine for 10 years. It's just hanging in there because I don't want to get rid of it. But
yeah, of course, you go buy a wheel set. You got to buy for your cantilever brakes.
harder to come by.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Thanks for the ride.
See you later.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done too.
See you, Adam.
It was a good chat, good ride.
I'm gonna go too.
I just passed you, Adam.
I know
You're
I'm
sitting
stuck
on the
on the side
side.
of the road here.
Fooling around back there.
Yeah, I was just taking off my shoes, my socks,
It's
chatting on the phone, sending messages. It's when you're on here from 7
Well.
something till almost 12.
it's the way to go.
Yeah.
I think I'll try to at least get up to 2 hours here, so I got a little more, but
Yeah, I would do at least 4
I
more
just
laps.
lost.
I'd do 4 more laps if
But
I were
get-
you.
Yeah, 4 more.
Getting sick, I just lost. Even though I feel like I'm over the sickness, I just feel like I lost all my mojo, my motivation. And you get back in the groove again.
Yeah.
Okay, see you, fellas.
Okay,
See you
guys.
guys.
Have a good one.
Good chat.
Yeah. Bye. Alright. Alright, guys. Have a good one. See you, Eric. Have a good ride.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Alright, man.
You did have
Bye.
a good ride, but yeah, see ya.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, bye.